Hey guys, we got peppers that have been more than ready. It is August 16th, 2018. This is the Filius Blue. As you can see, it is a major producer in our yard. Really excited about it. It's almost like an opposite of a true black pearl. I was noticing recently, let's take a look at the black pearl real quick. We got these seeds from a private seller on eBay, and we do not think it is a black pearl. Someone else growing this too, the Midwest gardener, he's got the seeds from the same source, and his are looking about the same like this, but I don't believe this is a black pearl. I believe the only reason that these are getting dark coloration is because they are a black pearl crossed with possibly a Filius blue, because it's showing Filius blue-like qualities. The black pearl should be clustering right here. And instead, it's not quite clustering, it seems to be rising, and even some of the flowers are coming out white with purple on the end. So this is most likely a black pearl, possibly crossed with a Filius blue, or something else ornamental and similar because of the branching of it, the coloration of the flowers, the inability for the entire plant to turn black. A black pearl should get the dark coloration on it when it gets old enough. This one's only getting the dark coloration in the areas that are not getting light. So I think that it's just getting that Filius, the Filius blue did the same thing, it would get the color too. But I don't believe this is a black pearl, I believe this is a hybrid. We'll cover that one later, but it is showing similarities to the Filius blue. The Filius blue in difference is an opposing of basically a true black pearl. You can't see it now, but a lot of times it'll get what looks like paint splashes on the leaves when they're first younger and they're first trying to grow. Super productive plant. I believe that the Scoville units on these is supposed to be 30 to 50,000, which would make it an equivalent of about 8 to 10 times hotter than a jalapeno. So this is the Filius blue. This is what they look like ripe, like little gumballs. We clip these ones, the ones that are fully ripe, that are like gumballs. We clip those, dry them, save the seeds in the pod. I'll show you guys that in just a moment. These darker purple ones were actually the first peppers that come out, and I do not believe they're going to ripen. They got that dark color. They're starting to get a little bit hard and knobby. Usually before they get the red color, they'll go a darker purple, a lighter, almost like cream purple, and then they'll turn the red color. So being that these ones were the first ones on, never did turn red, never really did anything else like that, it's probably the knobby peppers that first come out. We're going to clip these ones for use.
Due to events beyond our control, some testing environments may contain flood damage or ongoing tribal warfare resulting from the collapse of civilization. If groups of hunter-gatherers appear to have made this or any test chamber their home, do not agitate them. Test through them.
So I'm just prowling around looking for ones that look like they might be ready. The red ones here, I'll show you guys what we do with those. And depending on how much I love you guys today, I'm going to probably put one of these in my mouth. So I don't advise anybody eating hot peppers on camera unless you've done it before or you are extremely informed on the kinds of things. There's certain things, cutting hot peppers, especially ones that rank up in the millions and the hundreds of thousands, those ones you can get respiratory distress from the mist that forms when you cut them. You know, it's almost like smelling salts. If you get your face too close, you can get the oil on your hands, and it won't matter how much scrubbing you do to get it out, it'll still stay there. It can cause temporary chemical burns. So I don't want to be nanny on it. I just want to basically kind of let everybody know, be careful of some of these hot peppers. They are dangerous. They're the same stuff that police put in their pepper sprays. So if you've never been pepper sprayed by a police officer before, by all means, you know, put one of these in your face. But I'm going to probably put these, it's 30 to 50,000. I think that's about the heat level that I would like to go. I'm just going to try one, and then I'm going to show you what we're doing with the rest of them. And this is the Filius blue pepper, August 16th. Hey guys, it is August 16th, 2018. I'm about to give these hot peppers a try for you guys. I want to warn you right now, I am horrible on heat. but I would like to show some of the stuff that we're growing, and some of the super hots ain't along yet. And when we get to those, I definitely won't be trying no scorpion or nothing, but you know, live or plant. But got some orange juice here. This is what they use for pepper tasting. If it's hot peppers, something to do with the natural sugars, helps to get rid of the oil in your mouth that comes from that. This milk is a base. It'll help flatten out that or whatnot. I guess the orange juice, from what I understand, is the reason that when you eat hot peppers that orange juice helps you is it gets rid of the thing. So it won't necessarily be the relief from the pain that you're getting, but it will lessen the time that you feel it. The milk is a base, and it should counter effect the capsicum acids a little bit in the oil, so it will give you the relief from the pain probably. This one, I believe, I will make sure I put down in the description if I'm wrong, but I believe it is 30 to 50,000. A Filius blue pepper, the reason it's supposed to be one of the more uniques is not only its growth rate, it grows more of a ground cover. It likes to reach out more than it does up. The plants only get about a foot and a half tall, but they can get up to 3 feet wide. So this is the Filius blue. It's considered an ornamental. It's more of a clustering ground cover kind of pepper. One of the most unique things about the Filius blue, from what I understand though, is it loses its heat when it ripens. It gets less heat when it's ripened. I don't know if that means this one's 50K and this ripe one is 30K, which is still horrible, but you know, we're about to find out. I'll try both of these for you. I just want everybody to know, my angel, she advised that I should not do this, and in the spirit of men making horrible decisions against their wife's best intentions, I would like to show you guys what the Filius blue tastes like. So here we go. We'll go ahead and we will take this one off first. Boatloads of seeds. I also wanted to show everybody a little bit about our seed saving technique. When it comes to bigger peppers like this one here that's a little more juicy, or Anaheim's banana peppers, we don't dry those. We cut those, we use the pepper, and we pull the seeds out of those. Banana peppers aren't supposed to be yellow. When they're ripe, they're supposed to turn red. So this one's turning a little bit pink. This would have possibly decent seeds, but I would want to let it ripen a little while longer. I believe this one was under-ripened or undersized Anaheim. See how it's getting the red on it? Most peppers, nearly all, will turn red. So when they turn red is when you want to save the seeds. If you save them too early, they might not be viable. It's a tomato, I would say you can almost pull the seeds out of a green tomato if you do the process right. It really don't matter as much. But when it comes to peppers, I have to reiterate that we made a huge mistake, and a couple thousand Otis seeds that we harvested too early and last year and ended up unviable, but a friend of ours helped us remedy that mistake. And the way we save seeds on these is, this is kind of what we do. This is a bunch more of the Filius blue. We let the pod dry and we just save the seeds just like that. In heat comparison, this one right here would be a little bit of a smaller sized ripened and dried 5-color, Chinese 5-color pepper. So this is what we do with the Chinese 5-color, about the same level of heat. We dry them in the pod. If we want to plant after that, we can just simply open up the pod and use the seeds in there already saved. If we want to use this pepper, which we do when we're sick, we'll throw it into our noodles or into soups, or we want to spice up a dish, we just take this pepper and just crush the whole thing in there. So that's what we're planning on doing, is Filius blue pepper powder. We'll dry all of these ones here up, and they'll be like individual serving, like giving your dish a shot of spice by just crushing up the dried pod. And we'll also save the seeds that way, but we won't save them from these purple ones. These ones will be for our personal use, and these ones are for seed saving. So there's boatloads of seeds in here. Let me get another cross cut real quick. So the seeds in here, I'm not quite sure on viability. The seeds in here, we will normally dry those pods, but I'm going to cut this one open and give it a taste test too to see if it has less heat. In the interest of science, I guess, like, I'm going to eat the less ripe one or the ripened one first. I'm going to eat it backwards. So if this one has less heat, I'll be able to determine that when this one's hotter. If I eat the hotter one first, if this one's less heat, I won't really notice it through the heat of this one. So I'll try to give myself a quick break, but we're trying to do shorter minute videos. This is the Filius Blue. It's supposed to lose heat as it gets riper. Its SU rating online says 30 to 50K, unless I notice different in the description. And here we go. And I also will not be pulling all the seeds out. I would like to find out how hot it is without anything else. We do have a safe term, so if I start crying, my angel will turn off the camera, and also if I use the safe word, which is hit that like button. If I use that word, it's the last thing I'll be able to get out, so hopefully this will turn out. So here is the other one. Tons and tons of seeds. This is a really good plant. This, the sangria, a couple others of the ornamentals that we tried this year make really good cluster plants as far as busheling them together with several plants. If you have smaller containers, a couple of these, the Purple Flash, the Explosive Ember, the Sangria, they're all tiny plants if you try to take them indoors for the winter. If you're wanting to try to overwinter pepper plant for the first time, it would be good to do that. But here is the Filius Blue, fully ripened. Wow, it smells hot. It does have a little bit of a floral taste. I'm not sure if that comes with the purple pepper. There is heat on there. It is dumbed down from the way this one smells, though. That one smelled light, and I'm going to see if I can go without. That is really hot, though. But not so hot that I'm just being tough. That's not too bad, hon. It's not too bad at all. So that's a fully ripe Filius Blue. It does have a little bit of spice. I would say that's literally like 10, 15,000 SU. So they really do lose the heat from the 30 to 50K. They really do go down from that. That ripe one right there was actually kind of fresh too, so.
We just picked that one.
Yeah, this one is fresh. Yeah. So this one right here is pretty fresh, and the heat's not intolerable. I could probably pop a whole one of these in my mouth and chew it up and eat it. It is hot. It is very hot. If you're not good with hot food, this is probably about twice as hot as a jalapeno, I'd guess. The heat doesn't last a long time, but right where it landed seems to be where it's staying. Like sometimes when I eat peppers and I crunch them up and I move them around through my mouth, the oil spreads. This oil just stayed in one spot. So that's a fully ripe Filius Blue. I'd say that was about 10,000, 15,000 Scoville units, which is a heat rating. If you guys are unfamiliar with that, a jalapeno sits at about 5 to 10K is what I usually estimate it. So get a little bit of this other heat out of my mouth. This is a normally ripe one. Or a little bit under. This one should be the one that has about 30 to 50K on it. Wow, that is much hotter. I'd say that, yeah, I'd say that's probably the 30 to 40K mark right there. So that turned out pretty well. I might go hotter next time, you guys, until we can get me a video of crying. That one right there, I'd say 30 or 40K. On the unripened, I'd say 10 or 15 on the fully ripened. So the Filius Blue is unique in that it loses its heat as it ripens. It really does. It doesn't come from 50K to 30K. It comes from about 30 to 50K down to about 10, 20K. And this is maybe even a little bit under ripened. We can get them a little bit redder than that too. So I might even lose a little bit of heat, but if you don't have a lot of space, the Filius Blue is a really good plant. It's good for probably borders out in people's yards. It's really good to cluster. It provides a somewhat of a ground cover, so I can imagine it being grown amongst other plants really, really well. Very hot. Especially unfully ripened. Really had a floral taste to it. If you're unfamiliar with a floral taste, imagine how perfume might taste or a flower might taste. The smell of it, you know how you can kind of smell something and kind of get an idea of the perfumey kind of ness to it? That's what they refer to when they refer to a floral flavor. Me and Angel, we don't really like the floral flavor as much. We like the more pepper spicy kind of version. Man, I'm going to drink both these orange juice and the milk, and this one's sitting. It's really not that bad, you guys. Really, it isn't. I probably scared myself 100 times more than it actually was, but August 16th, 2018, the Filius Blue Pepper, a really productive ornamental in our yard. Super easy to dry and save seeds from. We'll save these into a Filius Blue pods, which will crush into powder. And an excellent plant. I'm pretty sure that this is one of the ones that we've already decided to grow just on its productivity and its growth pattern alone. A really unique, pretty plant to grow. One that would be decent to take indoors, but I can think of a couple ornamentals that are a little bit smaller and less spreading that might be a little better than this. Really spicy to individually crush up into dishes. Tons and tons of seeds. Share them with friends. August 16th, 2018, this is the Filius Blue. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button.